Lay down on your mat. Push the elbows into the floor. That's what we're going to be working on strengthening, but we're going to find control first. So tilt and tuck as you use leverage into the elbows to open up the torso a little bit more. Bring the hands behind the head. Arch, that's going to open up a little bit more space, then tuck. Now see if you can inhale when you arch, pull the chin in, and then exhale, close the ribs, engage the core. Inhale, arch and breathe. Exhale, tuck and squeeze. Start to move the hips right to left. Think about bringing your hip towards the armpit. Back to the middle. Lift up as if you're coming to a crunch. Now actually crunch towards the hip. Back to the center, stay lifted. Crunch to the other side. Use the strength of the obliques and the muscles in the side of the body to actually pull the joints towards each other. Stay lifted and engaged. Bring the side body to open. Think about lifting the elbow away from the hip and then come back to the middle. Drop the knees side to side. You might need to open up the feet a little bit more so that the knees have room to come all the way down to the floor if possible. Inhale to the center. Exhale, drop the knee towards the floor as you push the hip towards the side. You can even squeeze in the glute as the hip lifts and pushes away. Inhale to the center. Exhale, knee to floor, push and squeeze the right glute. Keep the elbows open and pin down so that you're really starting to lengthen in the tissues in the whole side body on both sides and their communication with the hips and shoulders. Our body is one unit. We want to work it that way. Then start to lift and open the elbow. Bring it towards the other one and then open back up, look towards the ceiling. Elbows come together, open up as you look towards the ceiling. Back to the middle, grab some air, drop the knees to one side, keep the elbow opened, and then we're going to start to bring the elbows together and then open back up to the ceiling. Use the leverage on the floor to keep that hip pressing and the glute engaged. Bringing lubrication to all of the tissues in the body. Listen to your body, don't force any of the movement. Come back to the middle. Arms come out to the sides now. Inhale, arch. Exhale, tuck, and bring your body into a bridge. Now you're going to roll down using the control of the spine, one vertebra at a time. Truly controlling the strength of the core by being able to articulate the spine. Now to get more mobility into that low back, sometimes it's easier to bring the knees into the chest and control down like a crunch. Tuck the pelvis and curl your spine back up to the shoulder blades. Lift the heels to gain control to roll that spine back down to the floor. Notice if there's areas that just seem to be a little bit more sticky or that a whole section goes up or down and isn't able to articulate quite yet. We are connecting the brain to the body, so we really want to make sure that it's quiet and we're focused and we're actually thinking and considering what is happening within the spine. Bring the knees into the chest. Hands come to the sides. Now we're going to control the spine with core strength. Feel the strength coming from inside the low belly or pelvic floor, especially as you come down to the low back and we get into actually dropping one leg at a time. So arch and tuck so you can find the control in the low back. Anytime we do leg drops, tuck and squeeze, we tend to lose the strength in our core. And our body uses the hips to actually control the movement. Alternate leg drop. Pay attention if it feels like it's straining or overworking. Don't bring the foot all the way down to the floor. You're just working to see how far can you let the leg come down while maintaining the stability in your back and engaging from the depth of the core, deep into the pelvic floor. Now, if you can drop 2 at one time. Always progress slowly so that your body has time to give you the information. Grab some air. Sometimes you need to reset the core. This is a very advanced move, and a lot of people will do leg drops just as a regular practice. We want to make sure we have the control. So now we're going into leg drops to the side or knee drops. Leverage into the arms and shoulder blades. So as you drop to one side, push the opposite shoulder into the floor. Use the strength of the core to come back up to the center. Flex in the core, let the obliques do the work. Only drop as low as you can control back up where you're not straining.